What is going on, everybody? Hope you are doing well. Tonight, we're going to do a little kind of a weird experiment. I'm going to try to record um, the stream while I'm making it, um, just for some video purposes. But I don't know performance wise how well that's going to look. So we're going to check that out real quick. I'm going to start the recording and we're going to see what the effect is. So there we are. We got it running, and let's see what goes on here. Yeah, looks like it's working. So great. So, oh, real quick, funny story. I was doing. Let me get this out of here because if I hear myself yapping, then I definitely have a problem. I haven't mastered that skill yet. But anyway, I was trying to do some video work on the new specialist trees they have and augments and all that stuff. And I started doing some of the footage, and then I didn't like it, so I stopped the recording, and then I started it again, and then did it, and then I was like, oh, I screwed that part up, so I stopped it again, and I was like, all right, how do I want to do this? And I thought about it. So then it was like 15 minutes. I went through and did everything I wanted, and it worked out perfect, and everything was great. And I was like, cool, that one worked. And I had to hit the stop recording button, and a little message up on top of the screen said, recording started. So I was like, cool. So I just sat here yapping to myself for 15 minutes and didn't get any of the stuff. And this was late at night. I got work this morning, so I just didn't have the heart to keep going. So we're going to do it this way. And we're going to see if we can use this to do it. But chapter 3, holy cow. We've got quite a bit of stuff to go through. I didn't spend any time in the playtest servers. I did watch some other content creators and looked at their advice, their sayings, and everything. And I mean, I start to wonder sometimes if it's me or if it's these game companies that things aren't explained quite well. And I know I'm getting older, so we slow down a little bit and we don't catch things as quickly as we used to. But it just seems like some things are kind of not in there. So I'm going to do my best to explain what my experience is so far and what we've gone through. And I'm going to cover 3 different topics that are new to this season. The first is the specialist skill specialization trees. The second is going to be house scripts, what they are, where to get them, how to use them, what they do. And then the third and final one is going to be augments. Now, I haven't done any augments yet, but pretty much kind of explanatory. But so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And by all means, share your experiences as well. If I say something that you think is wrong, point it out. Agree, disagree, whatever. That's what we're here for. So let's get right into it. When I first logged in and sat through the endless dialogue of people who are supposed to be dead and people who don't talk to me anymore and all sorts of crazy things, yeah. Then we finally got to the meat of it. When I tried to do the Landsrad stuff, said I couldn't because I wasn't able to. Didn't realize that you kind of have to go through the steps. You got to go talk to your house leader, whether that's Duke Leto or whether that's the Baron. And once you talk to them, then you go talk to either Super Highwit or Peter DeVries. And then you should be on the path to where you need to go. So you got to kind of trying to walk you through it and explain things to you. But if you don't see it right away, that's why you got to go do those couple steps. Once you get done with that, you will have access to the specialization, the Landsrad, and then augments as well. Let's talk immediately about the specialist skills. I kind of had a course I wanted to go, and based off of what I had read, had seen, had thought, and in some cases I was right, in some cases I was wrong. It's always important to admit when you're wrong. But I think we're doing good now. Let's go ahead. We'll get in there. So as far as skills goes, it's down here under specializations. The reason they stuck this in here was, I have to admit, the skills are kind of dry. They do a certain thing. That's all they do. And it didn't really give people the ability to kind of flex their muscles, spread their wings, be a little better at something that they don't do versus something they do. I mean, obviously, you're going to take a whole bunch of the combat skills and all that if you're going to be fighting most of the time, if you're going to explore and things like that. I still have skill points to use. I haven't decided which route I want to go there. Troopers, more combat orientated, etc. So, when I was thinking of how I want to approach this, my thought was that I was going to spend a lot of my points and my effort in crafting, um, gathering to a certain extent, exploration to a much smaller extent. I really wasn't going to focus on combat. I kind of stay out of PvP. And then sabotage was honestly just a little bit into it and then walk away. So when I finally was able to sit here and look at this tree and look at these different skills, now one thing, I'm just gonna be blunt about this, but it's not very expansive. There's only a few things you can do. The concept is while you're progressing through all this, it's building on a set. So it's not, excuse me, it's not like there's 30 different skills and 30 different things that are going to happen. As you can see here, we have range augmentation limit +1. That's at level 87. Level 87, and that's also the first thing you get. What the concept here is let's say you're just a basic person. Just here I am, start at the game, turn it on, boom. And you have 0 level. Well, if I have level 1, I'm going to be a little bit better off than you. In this case, I'll have, an augmentation, you won't. But if somebody is like, oh man, I really want to spend, like, I want all the augmentations on my guns, and they put all of their points towards this, they're going to be in much better shape as far as augmentations goes as I am. So look at this here. You have one. Well, we'll do it this way. You have your ranged, you have your melee, and then you have your garment, right? So you can augment your main pieces of gear. And then as you progress further along, there's a couple other things in here like machine efficiency, chemical yield, etc. But then eventually you get back to where now there's an additional augment. So now I'm up to 2. And it's going to keep increasing that. You'll see that there's a few little sneaky ones that's, come in here that you've never heard. Like here's a recycling yield +33%. But the goal here is these augmentations allow you to make what you do better as much as you care to or want to. If it doesn't fit your play style to where, I only need 2 augmentations on my guns, my blades, or my clothing, my armor, then stop there. Do what you want. Going here to the gathering one, this was pretty, standard. At first I looked at this and I'm like, oh boy, bonus scrap metal. Awesome. Oh, bonus harvesting yield. I don't even do it anymore. And blood extraction 100%. Awesome. Don't do that anymore. So I'm like, wow, the first 3 levels are going to be completely useless. But then you start getting into more efficient tools, more effective mining, compactor safety. So there are things later on that are appealing. The problem with me is this is kind of a hurdle that I don't quite want to jump yet. I'm going to have to eventually. But that's with this one. Now, what you want to do is you want to look at each one of these in its entirety to get an idea of what progression you can make and what appeals to you. I'm going to be honest, I was not going to touch combat at all. It's like I don't do PvP, so I don't really care. The first thing is 3 additional skill points. Those skill points don't have to necessarily go into fighting. They could go into other skills that you're like, oh man, I wish I could do that, but I don't want to spend the points to make it better or whatever. And a lot of the combat tree is exactly that, getting more skill points and more skill points beyond what your level gives you. And yes, it does increase stamina, it does increase health, and that's definitely going to come into play when you're doing PvP, but this also has an effect on NPCs, on PvE fighting, which I do all the time. So my thought of, well, I'm not really going to touch that at all. No, I'm going to be there because there we go. So you want to look through here and get an understanding of what each one of these trees can do and at what levels you have to get before you start seeing some improvement. Now, like here, this effective mining bonus yield 5%. Okay. So let's say, just to throw easy numbers out there, you get 100 from everything you mine. Like you do it, you break the node apart, you get 100. Well, doing this, you're going to get 105. Cool. That 5 extra, awesome. Look at all the stuff I'm going to do with it. But the key here is that you get a 5% here, and then you get another 5 here. So now you're at 10. And now you're at 15. And now you're at 20. You're going to notice a 20% change. So this is actually kind of smart on their part to not make it so that everybody can right out of the gate be incredibly awesome. I mean, you could see how this 5% is going to continue to add up as you go through. I haven't done the math on exactly how much each one of these traits will give you, but it can be pretty substantial. Here's compactor threat, so less likely to see a worm. And these do work in conjunction with other skills that you have, so that if you have a mining increase from, I believe it's either the mentat or planetologist gives that to you, that'll be in addition to what you see here. And it is possible that these specializations can help free up skill points that you don't necessarily need to do. Because to be quite honest with you, if you're getting, let's say you get 100% extra. So if you mine something and get 100, do you really need to have 200? Or would 150 be okay? You can get it through skill points or through the specialization, and then the skill points you can allocate to something else because you don't necessarily need to be that much. This really is, it's kind of nice because it allows us to customize our experience. And you can still kind of stay in your own lane, maybe still experience certain things. There is a concern as far as somebody who specializes completely in combat and does their augmentations specifically under combat. When facing somebody who hasn't spent any effort in that, it's going to be a very unfair fight. Unfortunately, that's, it is what it is. But that's a divide that's definitely going to happen. People who don't want to do PvP are going to stay out of PvP areas even more. I think, honestly, that kind of should be the way it is. But who's to say? Anyway, so that is the skill specializations. Now, also, you don't want to sleep on just these big blocks and be like, oh, I get Riders of the Storm, or like here, max health, and that. These got little guys in the center here. So for crafting, and under crafting, when you come down here, level 1, you get this. And don't be afraid to spend points on this. It's part of the quest line, so you're going to have to. But this little guy here right in the middle is actually level 2. And you don't really notice that. But you're going to get a 1% increase on a crafted item's durability. So if you make something and it gets 100 points of durability, and I have level 2 here and I make something, it's going to get 101. That's not much. Like that 1 extra point, you probably won't even notice that 1 extra point. But if you'll notice here, at level 4, we get another one, 5 and 6, 9, 11, 13. These are all tucked in here, and each one of them is +1. There's, I think, 59 or 60 of these little guys in here. So you're going to notice an additional 60% durability. I'm not positive because, we haven't spent any points in it, but I would assume that, this crafting durability is +1%. It'll become +2%, +3, +4. That's always going to be based on the base level of durability. So in that example, let's say I get to, 10 +10, right? So I make something and it's 110. When I go to the next one and I get another +1, it's still, I'm going to be +11%. It's not going to be 1% of the 110. You know what I mean? It's like you make something and then whatever this number is applied to it. So it doesn't continuously go up based off of itself. So you don't end up making something in the end that's like 2000 durability, etc. So, but yeah, the cumulative aspect of this, and that goes through everything, you know, with the augmentations. Where's a good one to look at? I guess this one. So, you know, you get a plus 30% scrap metal. I don't really care about scrap metal. Let's go here. Compactor safety, right? Worm threats -5. Then you have the area is plus 10%. I can't say that the -5 threat I'll really notice, but here you have -10 now. That's your area. There's 15. 20. 25. And that's the end. So 25% reduction. You're going to notice 25%. You may not notice 5, but you'll notice 25. And that's going to go through all of these things. You know, this power drain at a -10%, you'll notice it tiny a little bit. But once you get way up here in these other levels in this cumulative cumulative effect of all these extra bonuses are really going to, you know, there'll be something that you'll notice. And if you ever do like another server and restart a character, then you'll really notice it. Like, holy cow, I missed my 40%, you know, less power drain. So it's kind of what I thought it was, but my pathing is a little different. You'll notice though that my initial, what I said I was going to do in the beginning, was I wanted to get to level 3 in order to get additional house scripts, or get to that. And then I moved up to this one because it was part of the quest line. And then I did this. This is under the exploration tab, and I wanted to pack mule. One of the problems I have is I like picking tons of stuff up. The issue with that is there's so many things, I'll usually have another 50 volume left in my my backpack, but I've used all 35 slots, or however many there is. This has an immediate effect. As soon as I got that and learned it, boom, we ended up getting the extra row plus 5 slots of inventory. That works really well for me. This one, heat reduction's fine, superior fuel efficiency, right? Storm treasure hunter. The little guy in the center here is a backpack volume capacity. It's a plus 1%. Your backpack's like 170 or something like that it can hold. 177, I think. So going up from 177 to like 118, 119, you're not going to notice that. But again, that cumulative, I said it right this time, effect eventually will build up. But this was an immediate experience. Boom. Where am I going to progress now? I still really haven't thought that much about it and whether or not I plan to specialize or not. The sabotage stuff is kind of neat, but unnecessary. Damage to staggered targets is definitely good. I think I'm going to start working on this combat section here to increase stamina, increase health, and make myself a little bit stronger and a little bit better, especially when dealing with NPCs. I didn't think I was going to do much in here, but apparently this is going to be one of the bigger ones that I put my points into. I am definitely going to be putting points into crafting, and gathering are going to probably be, that's the top 3. The rest of them, if I have points and don't really, you know, kind of like, man, I need to increase this a little bit, we'll go with it. But that's where we're going to go. But that's a quick overview. I guess, I don't know, is it quick? 20 minutes. It's not bad. Quick overview of exactly what we're talking about here with these specializations. It's just basically the stuff you do, you can do it a little bit better. little tiny pieces at a time. So rock and roll. So that's specialization. Now, how do you get this stuff? Well, first you're going to need to carry a little bit of spice with you, or you'll have to go back and get it. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about these scripts and why I went boom, boom, boom. So, what do you use the scripts for? The scripts you use to purchase items from the vendors in Arakeen. Those items can be just general materials. Sometimes they're specialized materials. The big one is going to be the off-world supplies that allow you to craft augments. Can't really do augments right out of the gate. I think it's level, what is it? You have to go through the quest line in order to be able to make augments. It doesn't take that long, but there is something in here that allows you to craft them from a machine. We'll find it. It's high up, I guess. When it says something like this, chance to get extra resources from refining orders in the ore refinery. That actually, under crafting, it breaks it down to like the um, chemical refinery, an ore refinery, a spice refinery. They do split them up. So just because you're going to get bonuses in one, you gotta watch. This one here, I've always hated the concept of them saying there's a chance of something happening. Because let's say there's, just to throw it out there, say there's 5 of these recycling jackpots and it's each +5. That means once I've unlocked them all, I've got a 25% chance of it happening. Do I? I mean, is that really what chance is? Chance is a strange word. I'm more of a like this. I get a ranged augmentation limit +1. Thank you. Give me a hard code number. I don't believe in chances. Twice as many permits. Someday that won't scare me when it happens. So you just found out that you have to be level 5. Yes, you do. How close are you with your prospective house? If you don't mind me asking. We'll find it eventually. Or we might not find it at all. But yeah, there's something in here where you can add it to the machine. 3.5. It's not too bad. Won't be too far away. You need to focus on those. Well, it depends on whether you're Atreides or Harkonnen. Thufir or DeVries. You need to focus on those missions. So you do have some work ahead of you. But yeah, 3.5 could be worse, man. Could be way behind. But that's specialization, kind of in a nutshell. Can I tell you what which ones are the great ones? No, I can't, because that depends on your play style. Something that might be great for me might be terrible for you. Something that you might think is awesome might be useless to me. It really only depends. Is there anything technically really useless in these menus? No. Everything you do here will help to some extent. Um, it just depends on whether or not you do it. Example, perfect right here. I just I don't need scrap metal. It's everywhere, and I usually don't have a problem gathering it. I don't use dew reapers or scythes to get water anymore, and I don't draw blood from corpses. So, but if I ever do, I'll get 100% extraction. So at least there's that. If I ever do, have to get water with a reaper, I'll get a bonus for it. The other stuff beyond that is pretty cool. Does it continue with that? It does not appear as though it does. That's huge. 50% reduction in corpse. That is awesome. Okay, so it doesn't appear.
Alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Okay, lady. Yeah. So it's only those first ones. So you know what? I can live with that. I can go ahead and we can deal with the first 3 levels that I get. Don't matter. Now, if you're low on spice melange, because when you get the XP to get one of these things, you have to unlock it. Let's see. I don't think I have anything that's purchasable, but yeah, you purchase it for 2 spice. If you don't want it, you don't have to purchase it. I don't know why you wouldn't. The only reason you wouldn't is because you don't have the melange to support that. But also, it bears pointing out that, as you can see, these prices do eventually go up. But I would honestly think if you're in range of getting like level 100 of something, you probably have enough spice melange. It's also kind of neat that like here is your reduced sandworm threat, which is just you knowing how to walk around and not draw attention. Whereas this is you using the tool and knowing how not to cause some sandworm issues. This here, though, it says reduce sandworm threat from moving across the sand. I'm assuming this is in a vehicle. It doesn't specifically say it. Boy, that'd help a storm out there. We're going to stay right here in this menu. It doesn't actually say it. There is one, like, there's vehicle resistance. We are way up there. Right here, reduce vehicle damage taken from sandstorms. Some extra damage resistance. Yeah, I don't know if this, like without rhythm, is applied to you, applied to just vehicles, or if it's applied to both. I also don't know how to determine that unless you run across the sand and then buy this skill and then see if the effect happens. I'm hoping I have enough intelligence to do that because I'd love to know whether or not that is vehicle related or not. But yeah, so that's specialization, and it's like I said, it's something that you're going to have to personally decide what effect do I want, what matters to me. I did this one because it's part of the quest line, so you have to. I did this one because I'm always running out of inventory space, so having an extra row is pretty cool. And then I did these 3 so that I could get a house script bonus. We're going to talk about that. I did not forget. What I'm going to do now, like I said, I'm going to focus mostly on combat, just to get the extra skill points and some stamina and health boosts. We're going to focus on exploration, and we're going to focus on gathering. These are the 3 things that I do the most of. And looking through all these, at this stage of my gameplay, these are the 3 that are going to affect me the most. So that's where we're going for that. The next thing I want to talk about is house scripts. And I haven't found a way to look at house scripts and see how many I have without being in Arakeen, or I guess Harco Village, depending on your affiliation. Um, so yeah, I haven't found a place that says where, how much you have. So we're gonna take a little trip. What are house scripts? House scripts is a currency. That's it. It's a currency. You're going to purchase materials. You're going to purchase augments, things like that. The materials to make augments. Um, so yeah, it's a currency for a specific vendor. Um, there is some foresight in this because this is what always happens. I love this. Is my favorite example of the problem you run into with this game. Well, with any game that has you gathering things. I remember when I was playing Assassin's Creed 2, the one first time you get to be Ezio, and you have your little village, your little villa, and you could spend money to like fix it up because it was in bad shape. And that was what I really loved doing, really loved focusing on that. And most of the gold that I would get would go directly to that. And then we eventually we got everything fixed up. Everything was set and pretty to go. And then here I get all this gold. I'm like, what am I doing with it? Like, what do I do with all this? That's what house scripts are going to be. Right now, nobody has a bunch. We're all struggling to get them. We're just now starting in on them. And eventually, you're probably going to be hard pressed to find what you want to spend the money on. Um, I don't know the complete pay grades or whatever you want to call it, cost graduate gradients, but we'll take a look. So I at first did not like this at all. I thought this was very cartoonish, and it was a little strange for me. I still think it is kind of cartoonish, but I am actually really happy that Arakeen is just right over here. It's much less of a scroll over to go there. And you know what? We're not going to go to Arakeen. We'll go there. But it's worth pointing out there's all these other different little areas here now that you can go. Different testing stations. Um, you got the Blushing Cavern. So there's different areas that you can go to in this overworld map, Wreck of the Teak. You gotta admit, man, the old world map was very unused. It was just a ginormous open space with a whole lot of nothing going on. So the fact that they've upped that is awesome. So I am House Atreides, so I have to go to Arakeen in order to talk to the fancy people that I need to talk to. Still a long load time. Takes so long that I start wondering if something's wrong. Like, do I need to restart? Yes, it's wonderful. I love the music. Thank you so much. Purchase an off-world Regis compound from the Landsrad crafting vendor. This happens to be the stage of the quest that I'm on, so hooray. Da, 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 da. So we're going to head on over here to where the Landsrad vendors are. If you haven't done anything with the Landsrad up until this point, you won't know these guys are here. But you're looking for this building with the double banners and the cool windows. On the map, we are right here. We're standing here looking at these three. So you start there, boop, boop, boop. You come in here, I've got the quest objective. So that, but these are Landsrad vendors. If you were in a guild before, what would happen is once you won, if you won on your side, like for instance, right now I have access to a Landsrad vehicle vendor. So I think that you. I think that no, that's not you. I think it's you.
I am permitted to trade with those favored by the Landsrad.
There we go. So this is the person who I can come and buy stuff from. And as you can see, I already picked these up earlier. But I can buy vehicle parts for Solari. It's nice to have like some Mark 6 components in here. I did grab one. Some Mark 5 components, some Mark 4, whatever you need. But I think the best thing to get from these guys was this. But I digress. The other three are here. There's the whatever the other three things are going to be. Let's do it real quick. One of them is going to be a vehicle imports. The other one's armor. And then I guess this is Armor of the Fallen, or Honor of the Fallen would be the third one. Or it may not change. Hell, I don't know. Now they made things different. But anyway. So yeah, these were the vendors. But now you've got special people standing next to them.
I never forget a
This is the
face or a
cosmetic.
silhouette. Are we looking for something new?
This is the cosmetic vendor where you can get a bunch of swatches. And I am terrible because I came and sat here and bought every damn one of them. I know eventually I'll unlock these, but like Baruch Assault, I wanted it now. So I bought them all. For this person.
I'm afraid you do not have the favor of the Landsrad, but
I know. I don't. This is the actual armor vendor. This person here.
My apologies, but I am authorized to trade only with
It's the
those
weapons
favored
vendor.
by the Landsrad
And this lady
sorry, but I
is
may
the
only
tools
trade
vendor.
with those who bear the decree of the Landsrad's favor.
They're all going to say no to me except for whatever was voted on in the Landsrad. Just so, yeah, it's for 500 is really cheap. Like I said, though, you're going to get them eventually. So if you can hold off on it. But me, no. I've been swatch hunting for so long. I couldn't resist. But yeah, these people will always tell you whatever's active is the only one that wants to talk to you. Everybody else just shakes their head no. But, goodbye. The person we're here to talk to is homie right here. He is new now.
Ah, yes. I never forget a face. And I never fail to give a good bargain.
Okay. This is the crafting vendor. This guy is where scripts go. When you, goodbye, when you do a Landsrad mission, which is this thing here, you'll see now you've got the ink pen or the fountain pen or whatever it is. When you complete a mission, you will get 6,000 Solari, some XP, 1,000 points towards the Landsrad, which is this stuff here. So, like right now, we're 7,000 away from winning House Thorvad. Oh, look at me giving away information on my server. Sorry, everyone. But if I complete that mission, I'll get 1,000 points toward this house. As you can see, my personal contribution is 0 right now. But that's what that means. And then you get 125 crafting XP. That is what you get in your specialization that goes directly to the crafting XP. So if I complete that mission, this little line goes up. As it stands right now, if you do a single mission like this one, I did one. I did one here. I did 3 here. So right now I'm knocking out, pretty much 1 level per mission. I don't know if that's going to maintain. I would expect as you progress further along, it would start to slow down where 1 mission ain't going to quite get it done. Maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see. I am expecting it, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen. Know what I mean? So, there you go. But that's what that XP is. Let's talk to Dude again.
Ah, yes. I...
Oh, We didn't want to talk to that guy. We were actually here. Sorry. But that's where the XP goes. And then you get this, the house script. Now, normally you'll get 1,000. I get the extra 50 because I did the 3 sabotage missions, and it gives me that little bonus. 50 ain't much, but, it adds up. And there's ways to increase that even more. For my first day already getting a bonus, that's why I did it. And we are going to need these things. And finally, you get 75 factions standing, which, Raquel, that's sad because you could get a lot of faction XP by doing these missions, but you don't have access to it yet. So it's kind of a kick in the face. But what do you do with house scripts? Well, house scripts so far are only for this guy.
Ah, yes.
And the big item that you want is this right here. It's an off-world compound that can be requisitioned via the Landsrad, used to fabricate high-quality gear and augmentations. Must be adapted to local environments by an advanced survival fabricator before usage. So you buy this, take it to your fabricator, you make stuff. This is what you're going to use to make high-quality gear, as it says, and augmentations. We're going to be able to craft our own augmentations. That is going to be things that are applied to your weapons, your gear, your equipment that's going to make it a little bit better in some way. Think of it as a way to customize your weapons. Let's say that you're fine with the damage of a sniper rifle, but you'd like it to shoot farther. That kind of stuff is what I'm talking about. I haven't made any augmentations, nor have I stuck any on. That's what I'm supposed to be doing here. But so the further along we go with that, the more we play, the better we'll understand this. Currently, I've got 5,050 of these. The reason is because I did the first mission, which you had to do, and then I did my 3 for the sabotage, which gave me the bonus. I only got the bonus on the very last mission I did yesterday. You can do 5 in every day. So that's why it's 50. And it costs 550 to buy these off-world components. Now, I actually have to buy these for the quest line. Like I said with the Assassin's Creed concept, once I start making all the augmentations and get the gear that I want, why would I continue to do this? Well, you can still buy some of those hard-to-get items. These are things that you would normally only find like out in the deep desert, in testing stations, places like that. Well, except for the Spice Workers garb, it's just a new outfit. I mean, silicone blocks you can make on your own. Advanced machinery you can find around. So at least we do have something to do with house scripts once we don't need more augmentations. I would like to see other things pop in here, though. Because, I mean, for me personally, this is useless. If I want 15, well, it's the improved water tubes, but I'd almost rather just go stick it to the Masquerade because we still are at war with them. And I'd get this still suit tubing and then make the improved stuff back at my own base than pay 100 scripts. Even if I had 10,000, 20,000, or a million here, I still wouldn't buy this. I'd make them do it. So, I mean, some of these things, they are advanced materials, though. So if you're having trouble finding a certain thing, it's a good place to get it. But here, I have to buy these. So we're going to do that. Buy. How many can I buy? You can buy 25 in 1 week. That's the extent. So I can buy 9 right now. 1 day gave me 9, even though I didn't have the bonus all that much. Right? So I bought them. Now I got insufficient currency and I've only got 100 scripts, but I got 16 more to buy for the week. I would suggest that you try to buy all 25. Jiggy, absolutely, dude. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I had open volume, but no slots. I do that all the time. So yeah, I already bought that. As soon as I saw it, I was like, dude, I got to get that. Okay, so when I jump out of here, I should get a continuation of the mission. But this is what house scripts are as it stands right now. This is all it is. It's just a currency that you get to buy different materials and the stuff you need to make augmentations. So let's jump out of here. Fabricate a Regis component in the Advanced Survival Fabricator. So we got to head back home. Before we do that, we're going to come over here. This is where I would go to pay my taxes, but they got rid of taxes.
You again? What now?
Oh, look, no options. Piss off, dude. Snot nut. Arrogant son of a bitch. Bye. Bye. Oh, I gotta go yell at him. Now, we're not gonna go do... we're not gonna do an augmentation right away because I still want to do two things. First, we're gonna check this, and then second, we're gonna start a Landsrad mission. Let's see. Is there anything that we want? I want to look at a weapon. Under the unique. Okay. Criminal. Okay. Just wanted to check that real quick. I'm looking for like a Halleck's pick. For some reason, I don't have one. And I always try to stop there and keep my eyes out just in case something interesting pops in that I may want to purchase. I'm going to cancel this right now. So, what do you do when you want to conduct a mission? So you hit the Landsrad. If you weren't in a guild before, this is a little strange. Each one of these houses you have to do contracts for, and you get 1,000 points towards the goal amount, which is 70,000. And you want to either get all of them, or you want to get things in a line. So here, this Thorvad one is very close. Now, I can only contribute 1,000 points. It's the most I can do. And for every set of points that I get, my own personal contribution, this hasn't changed. I'll get all whatever these gear items are. It would be interesting to see if there is a Halleck's pick in these yet. I've seen it in here before, and I'm just a dummy for not getting it. Okay, so not yet. So it hasn't unlocked yet. Kite's cutter array. I'm checking again because sometimes I don't even trust myself. Yep, okay. So, honestly, if we could do some Thorvad or some Wydris, that would be nice to help the home team out. So we're going to take a look here. And these are your contracts that you can do for the Landsrad. Each one of them is broken up into crafting, gathering, exploration, combat, and sabotage. So you pick what area do I want to increase in. Currently, I want to do combat stuff. So I have the Grave of the Fireflies. When I first saw this, dude, I don't know if you're an anime fan. Me and Mrs. Rabbit are. I showed this to her. This is horrible. This is horrible. Don't watch this. Don't watch this unless you want to be sad. Decapitation Strike and False Flag Strike. So what you can do is click on it and you can look. Kill Mathana the Burned Leader. Group has taken over Imperial Testing Station number 136. You would think that this is Sandflies. So you would be able to go to where they are on the Haga Basin map, but no. This is requiring you to go to an actual testing station on the Overland map. I think. Maybe it's not. 136, I think, is on there. Decapitation strike. Destroy the leader at the Broodworks fortress to keep them away from the gatehouse mining operations. This is the Broodworks fortress. Is definitely on the Overland map. And false flag strike. Clear the mining route to the Blushing Cavern by turning deserters against each other. Our house would like to propose mutual interest. Deserters from your house have taken up residence about the resource that our house would like to explore. Fortunately, another camp of deserters is set up nearby. Set them against each other. Clear a mining route. So what do we do? It doesn't tell you. Just travel to the Blushing Cavern. I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to do this false flag strike. Honestly, they don't change much. I mean, your XP is whatever it is. Unless you start getting bonuses, this isn't going to change. Just finished. How's everything going, Chopper? So far, it's pretty good. Still have some concerns. I want to mess around with augmentation, but we'll have to see. I'm getting ready to do this mission. So once you decide this is the one I want to do, you can go ahead and accept. And it says you're limited to 3 active quests. And I guess we could do this for either house. We're going to go ahead and do it for House Thorvad. And hopefully that'll help finish off what we're doing. We can select any 3 at once. You can do 5 per day. But it seems like you can do these over and over. I can only claim the special rewards and the house scripts 5 times a day, but I could do these over and over and over again. Some of them are relatively easy. Some of them are some in-depth stuff. I'm not going to lie. Yesterday I did one. The very first one I did, I don't remember what it was, but I had to go make some spy device or something, some eye things, and plant them to be like surveillance items. It was kind of in depth. It wasn't just a jump in, jump out. Boy, and I walked in there, you know, like I'm Billy Badass, and they put me on the ground. I was like, holy cow. So they're up them. You're on this Overland map. They're the real guys. They're the deep desert guys. They aren't the Haga Basin friends. So, and then I jumped through a cavern hole in that to get up to another level, and immediately faced off against a gunner, a melee person, and then behind me, a chain gunner started shooting at me, and I was like, you know, that wasn't the right way to enter this room. So, got put down again. But that's a refreshing feeling, to be honest. It's not. I don't mind getting it handed to me. It's a learning experience. I'm gonna warn you guys about something. They did a rework on rapiers and changed the way they work, and that's what I use. And I am in the process of figuring it out. It's not the same deflect and stab. It's different. And we're still trying to learn it. So you might see a melee guy putting it to me tonight. I'm learning. I thought about dropping off, picking up just a sword or a cajole. And then I thought, you know what, dude? No, stay the course. They changed something. You need to learn how to do it. If you just run away from it, you're never going to learn. Stick to it. So that's what we're doing. I don't even have another melee weapon. That's how dedicated I am. But yes, we have to go to the Blushing Cavern. So we are going to close. Mission accepted. Travel to the Blushing Cavern. One thing that I have noticed about the new Overland map is you got to be careful. You can't just, like I used to do Arakeen and just slide over to Deep Desert or slide over to Haga Basin and say, yeah, I'm going to go do this. Right now, here's Arakeen. Nope. You just fly there, little cartoon guy. So if I go to Haga Basin and try to go in here, I'm going to run into the Broodworks. It's going to ask me if I want to do that. And I'm pretty sure I'll run into, I think it's this, testing station 89. If I just say I want to go here, we'll see. So you got to be careful. May end up in a place you're not supposed to be in. There you go. So if you don't pay attention, you'll be like, yeah, let's do it. And you're not anywhere near where you're supposed to be. I'm not even there. I'm stuck here. So if I go around it, there's a good chance. Yeah, we're going to clip this one too. So just be careful. The problem with that is you would say, well, dude, I didn't see it fly up to where I wanted it to be. That's true. But let's say, 'cause I have to go to the bathroom right now. Let's say I got up and went to the bathroom. I can't tell where I'm at. Even if it locked in someplace else, it's still going to look like this. I'm going to hit confirm and go. I'm going to leave that there for just a second. I'll be right back. Gotta make sure there's no animals running around. All right, give me 1 second. We're not going to do the be right back because it's just not enough time. You guys leave this stuff alone. You're not streaming, I am. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Mrs. Rabbit wanted to speak to me, and if you watch, oh no, if you watch my streams, you know I can't play around. I got to do what she says. She feels bad about doing that. She didn't realize. I'm like, you know what? Good. I hope you do. Yes, 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 and yes. Okay. Blushing Cavern. So they made these little areas on the overland map. There are some tasks that you do for the Landsrad that are going to be back in Haga, so or Deep Desert maybe. But I've done all of them. But these little special areas, you go to one of these on the overland map, expect a fight. Eliminate deserters in the camp on the heights. Eliminate Cassian in the camp on the heights. Take his Ironstorm Vulcan. Okay, so I am 300 meters away. Make sure you put your shield on, folks. And wear armor. Don't do this in a still suit. From what I've seen, there are certain options that you have. Like the one where I had to plant the devices. I was able to do that without engaging with anybody. Since I have to eliminate people, pretty sure we're going to have to engage them. Easy there, game. Alright, so come up here. So that is the northern camp. I see somebody walking around. It looks like somebody with a the melee guy. Let's start this fight. Let's miss. Okay, so with the rapier, part of their rework, they wanted to make it better. Basically, it was just a faster sword. Normally, when somebody comes in and takes a swipe at you, you just deflect, and then you could do what you needed to. But now, when you deflect, you step back. You step back and do the ha-ha. And when you do this, you step forward and do it. So you actually have to change the way that you're going to try to parry. I have not mastered this skill yet. Let's go get this guy's attention beyond just taking a pot shot at him. Hey, brother. Did he turn his shield off? No, he did. Didn't miss that time. Okay. So we're going to draw him away from everybody because I don't need people coming in. So you notice that? That was way ahead. And that time... Oh, he got through. But that's less stamina than doing a dodge. Missed it again. Ooh. Too soon. You can always just do stabby stabs, but I want to try to learn how to do this properly. Yeah, I stabbed him there. There you go. So if you're a rapier person like I am, you have to try to parry sooner than you used to. He ain't got nothing on him. I'm not collecting bodies here because it's such a distance to go. But one down. And as you can see, we got some progress on the progress bar. Cool. We're going to try to poison this dingleberry. And that worked. Probably should have shot that guy since he's the big chain gunner dude, but we didn't do that. And I missed again. Gotcha. Alright, so I think the only guy left... Oh, wait. Who are you? Oh, you know what? The chain gun guy is Cassian. And yes, he does have a Vulcan. So, alright. Honestly, it's however you want to deal with these guys that you want to deal with them. I think he turned his shield off, so let's... Should go play like a Hello Kitty game or something, you know? Well, he ain't dropping that shield this time, so we gotta do it a different way. Let's see. Can I reach you from here? Oh, I can. So here we're just putting some damage on old boy while he's kind enough to run towards us. Ooh. So yeah, as you can see, he can do some damage. You don't really get enough shots in there. They drop their shields. I'll take this, right? Come on, Cassian, fall down. Thank you. Alright, see how we just stood behind a barricade. And now we have his gun. So as you can see there, we finished the task, and now we've got a whole new slew of tasks to do. Got some nice stuff laying around. Keep your eye out for these kind of chests. They'll have usually titanium, strontium, and something fancy. There's one there. There's usually one here in the middle. And then there's one over here inside of this little tent. There's a much bigger one. Cool. Couple good items here. I'm alright. I don't need that either. Alright. So there we are. So now, I guess I did the one. It's funny that I'm like... Can I just kill them? Like, why do I have to make them fight each other? I can just go in there and take care of it myself. Is there a guy up here? Think there's a guy up here? There is.
Shields up.
That is what you get for not paying attention, sir. Alright. So, we're gonna have to do that, and we're gonna have to kill Leon. I never liked Leon. He was always kind of a douche, and can't say that I'm too upset about ending Leon. I'm just kidding, I've never met Leon before in my life. But I'm about to introduce myself to him. Man, we were coming down there quick, weren't we? So, let's see. Well, there's Leon. There's some guy with a sword. Got you that time. Ooh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We almost got ourselves dunded. That's a good throw. That Leon? Nope, that was just a dude. A little bit of heat stroke going on, but that's okay. Oh, we gotta get his flamethrower. Ugh. What? Oh, he called me an interloper. Get out of the sun. And they're very good at shooting you with, like, drill shots and other things. Alright, now we just gotta kill Leon. I think that's Leon. Leon's gonna try to hit me with a flamethrower. So we're gonna shoot Leon with drill shots until, he gets to the point where he's gonna start shooting us with the flamethrower. Leon, you're not coded very well. But you are tough. Give credit on that, Leon. I think Leon's dead. What do you think? Thanks for playing, Leon. Alright. We'll take all of that stuff. Place casting in the camp by the cavern entrance. Okay, so when it tells you to place something, you're going to be looking for this weird thing that normally isn't there. So that is like the interact area. So what I'm going to do is walk up here, and it's going to have me put other guy's weapon here. So I don't get to take the Vulcan with me, which is a shame. So I guess when everybody else comes back from their trips, they're going to be like, somebody attacked our camp and killed us. And they're going to find his gun and be like, it was Leon. Dirty, filthy Leon. This is a neat little area. I've seen it multi-used. So I've done several missions on here. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if it's been long enough for bad guys to respawn. Oh, look, there's a dude up there. Another sniper guy that I didn't kill. He's terrible at his job. Alright. So now I basically switched it so they should think they hate each other and they should be really mad. And return to the Ornithopter. It doesn't give you the Ornithopter picture, it just gives you that same little objective marker. But it's at the start. I like the fact that they that it's covered. Like it's got the canopy, the tarp over it. Yeah, they do hit like a truck, dude. Man, I underestimated them the first time I got in here. They aren't, like I said, Leon wasn't coded that well. So Leon's got some problems. There's my Thopter. And there aren't very many enemies that we used to deal with that were shooting us with drill shots. So the first couple times it happened, I thought I was doing it. You know, like I thought I'd hit somebody. That's what I've gotten used to that sound meaning. Then I realized they were shooting me with them. I was like, holy crap. You get hit with a drill shot, just dodge. And it goes off. And once you get back to the Thopter, we're done. So we can take a look at the mission report. And there we are. So I got 350 experience towards my main level. I got 1,000 Landsrad contribution, 6,000 Solari. I got 150 house scripts and 75 boosted here for my Atreides rank, and then 125 points that went directly to the combat. And it gives you the option here to claim. If you're able to claim it, I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know what saving them does, or if some of them are better than others, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and claim it. And now, if we go to the Landsrad and we look at the missions, you'll see I have 4 out of 35. I don't know why it says 35. I know that you could do 5 a day, 7 days, 35. Oh, I know why. Because if you don't do them, like, let's say I just said, screw it, I don't want to go do something else, and I logged off right now. When I logged in tomorrow, it would be 9 out of 35. That's how many I can do. You don't have to log in every single day and play them. They do stack up. They'll be there. Unfortunately, you're going to have a mission like I just did, which took, I don't know, 15 minutes. But you'll have 35 of them to do. See? Okay. But yeah, that was under the combat section. So if we go back to combat, you'll see now I've got a different listing of these things. Perhaps to save your claim points for something better? Maybe. What's better, though? I don't know. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I just don't know why they gave us the option. But yeah, as you can see here now, I have the Fireflies because I didn't do that. I didn't do the Decapitation Strike, but I did do this one. And now it's springing a trap. Mysterious signals emanate from the Blushing Cavern. Who is signaling who and why? So that's where I'm at. It says to travel to the Blushing Cavern from the overland map. I'm going to accept this, and let's see if give higher rewards. Possible. I'm going to accept this. 25. Everything I've got is still the same unless we... I'm already in the Blushing Cavern. Am I not? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Let's accept this. Oh, look, it did. Give me credit. Locate and activate the first Ixian triangulator. Then the second one, and then the third one. Okay, that's neat. I didn't realize that you don't have to leave if you accept another mission from the same place. Interesting. Another thing they added, which is super awesome, you'll see there that I'm trying to figure out where this is. I'm 140 meters away from it, but you see how it's got the little up and down arrows? That's huge. That means I am lower than my target, so I need to go up here in order for that to go better. There were times where you could be running around trying to figure out where something was, and because the distance never changed, so it's probably up here somewhere. Hopefully I have enough power to get all the way up here. I don't know if I will. So we'll make a couple stops. Thing on top of the mountain? What the hell? Okay. Going up, I guess. Making full use of their assets, aren't they? Good on you. Well, I guess it's over there, huh? I don't think I can make that. We're going to try, though. Oh, yeah, we're totally not going to make that. Now I'm just going to try not to fall to my death. Well, wasn't the best way, but we made it. I got to get power better. What are these? It's garbage bags? Can pretty much guarantee you, though, that this isn't the only thing I'm going to have to do here is just to turn these little things on. Let's stand in the shade for a second. We'll get a drink of water while we're doing it. A weird sound coming from this thing. Ba-doop. And the third one is where? It's over there. So, can I knee charge my way over there? Hell yeah, we can. That's what I should have done the first time. I almost fell off. Ow. Oh, I'm on fire. That's bullshit. There was no fire there. Okay, locate the cave where the signal originates. It's over there, 230 meters away from me. I did not need charge. Hello, sir. Don't worry. Just floating on through. Don't worry about it. Okay, apparently he did decide to worry about it, so. What is with all the noise? I'm getting the crazy music.
I see something.
Alright, let's go over here. We'll stand right out in the open. Let's get some water. Die, die, die. Easy there, buddy. Holy cow. Alright, let's do this. Oh, eat it. Loser. Sorry, folks. I'm a little... Look at that, with 40 slots, and I'm still already going over. Hey, look, I got a schematic pattern for a grade 1 augmentation. I don't need light darts. Let's get rid of those. And we'll pick up some armor pieces. Let's see. So, 66 down. It's going to be here. This is where I got myself in trouble before. It's because... Oh, that's not a ledge I can land on. I'm right here. Right, well, I heard a drill shot go off. Let's... Oh, no! No! Where you going? Okay. I did not know this was in here. I know now, though. Nice dodge, lady. I'm gonna stab an extra time. So, yes and yes. There we go. Okay. What do you have on you? Good enough. Where is this thing? 45 down still? I saw that guy. Alright, looks like that is our beacon. So let's see. Oh, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. Oh my god, we shouldn't have done that. We did do it. We did get it, but... there were so many guys down there. I thought maybe we could get down there and activate it and then jump out and get away, but no. Okay, so defend the beacon against enemy reinforcements. That's probably what went wrong there. So now we got to get back down there. But we're going to do it a little smarter. A little less gung-ho. Apparently we don't have to defend the beacon all that well because they're not really trying to go after it, apparently. I just need to make sure I kill the bad guys there. Alright, let's do this without just as he jumps down. I was going to say, let's not just jump down in there and kick the hornet's nest, right? Let's see if we can eliminate a few people beforehand. Ow. Loser. Oh my gosh, I'm such garbage. Uh-oh, we are out of fancy pants healing. I know there was more of you. I'm not jumping down there. Yeah, I heard you. Ooh! You sneaky little... Where'd she even come from? She is mad. She wants me dead. Oh, I don't want to do that, guys. This guy's almost dead, so let's kill him. Thank you. Okay, now we can deal with you. Oh my god, we're gonna die again? Yup. Okay, well, at least there'll be fewer people in there. What this is doing is this is tearing up my equipment. As you can see, I'm getting quite a bit of damage here on my gear. You obviously don't want to die as much as I am. There are worse things that happen in the world, though. So, oh. We are definitely going to have to get better at the rapier work, or switch. That guy can shoot at me all he wants. But we have eliminated quite a few bad guys. I think it's just going to be the chain gunner left and maybe that one melee person. I think she might have come from up here. Let's get some poison on Happy Boy here. Where you at? Come on. That guy doesn't count. We are learning. Alright, we gotta go down here and pick up all our dead body stuff. We had quite a bit of junk there. Definitely don't want to leave that behind. I don't think my other body had anything. Hi, I'm right here. It does have something. Let's see what it is. Maybe we had stuff. Okay. Bad things. Let's get that stamina back. We got some issues. Come here, you. Oh, there's another one. I'm trying to prove a point here, but I don't know how much of a point I want to make. Wrong gun. I knew he was hurt. I didn't know that one was. Okay. Screw you, losers. That got a little more heated than I'd like it to be. It's 100% me getting very lackadaisical in my fighting, because I'm so used to Hagabasing, and at the worst, a couple losers in the testing stations out in the deep desert. They weren't anything too hard to handle. If you need Is it ethereal? You can get it here. This may not be the best place to do that. Can I make it all the way up there, or do I have to climb? That's no good, huh? That's no good at all. Done broke my suspensor belt. I don't think I have another one on me. It's definitely time to leave then. Uh-oh. Oh, please get up there. From bad to worse, huh? Get that stamina back, though. We'll be okay. Alright, I'm tired of these guys. I don't want to fight. Oh, and I'm gonna... I think we should, yeah. So as we get back to the ornithopter, we'll be good to go. I wanted to look at the mission report. Wonder if we accepted that or not. I don't think we did. I think if you hit the button too quick, bad things occur. Actually, probably not. I think the report is just looking at it. All right, so this is going to bring us to the final portion, which is augments. As you can see, the things I was doing there, I was collecting the points, which I can go and I can buy the Regis samples. So we got to head back to rebuild our belt anyway. So we'll take a look at the advanced fabricator and see what we can make. Full suspensor belt is broken, I know. High altitude. Oh, we're getting a little budgy there. That's dumb. Let's actually send that in guild chat. Okay, there we go. Oh, we just long pressed D. I don't have a suspensor belt. The things not to do when you have a broken suspensor belt is long press E while you're flying and jump out of your ornithopter. Damn near kill myself. Actually, I did kill myself, but... Okay, so let's get over here, get to the repair station, and let's solve this problem. That way we don't break. This is all the result of me getting myself killed a couple times there in that little mission. Cutter ray's almost broken. Barely even using that. Everything else should hold for now. Heal myself so that goes away. And let's head over to the advanced fabricator. Survival fabricator, and I'll show you what we're talking about. While we're doing that, let's take a look at this. There you go. So if you skip past it, you can claim the reward here. And there we go. So we got more XP, more of this. We're level 7 now. Hooray. Got some Landrad contributions, some Solari, and off we go. As you can see now, I've got 3 out of 35. But let's take a look here. I got 1,000 points for them. 3,200, and I got 1,000 points there. So we're moving right along. 2,000. It updated, sorry. So I just have to keep running missions for House Thorvad, even after, well, it used to work this way. I'm hoping it does now. Even after they get cleared off, we can still do it. So we'll have to see. I'm a house operator, baby. Okay, advanced survival. No idea where this is. There it is. Regis component. Used to fabricate high quality gear and augmentations. Don't need a whole lot, right? Just need one of those. And that makes Regis component times 10. Fancy pants. So I can make a ton of these. I'm gonna make one because I have to. So we shall craft a Regis component. That was quick. Escape. Fabricate a Regis component in the advanced survival. I just did. Do I have to grab it? I can't add more items to this inventory. So we got to go to the dump box, jump all this stuff off. Whoa. Do you want to join the party? I do, but you have to give me a second there, brother. Let's just get rid of all the silly stuff that we know for a fact we don't need. We got a bunch of monies. So there's a pattern upgrade 1. I'm going to deposit that because I don't know what to do with it yet. I'm about to go do some silliness. So there's off-world Regis components. So let's go back down here and pick this up. But this is, oh man. What's the deal with my suspensor belt here? It is working. Okay, boop. There you go. You got to pick them up in order for it to count. Fabricate an augmentation for ranged weapon in the advanced weapons fabricator. So that would be downstairs. Ugh. And I would guess for a garment, you would need to do it in the advanced garment. And I guess for, I think that's it. Yeah. Let's take a look. Boop. House heavy caliber upgrade. So I can make this. It is a level 1 augmentation. You could say, oh, no, I'm not going to do it because, you know, you want to wait till you can make the better stuff. But this is for an item to get through here. I imagine that gun I just stuck in my dump box I probably need. That'll be next. And I would assume that I have to grab it in order for it to count. Research the augmentation station. Augmentation items can improve the base of weapons and garment. Via the augmentations, unwanted augmentation can be recycled. So I gotta find a place to put that bad boy. Where are we gonna stick that? I don't have a whole lot of space here. We'll put it up there. How big do you think it is? Think it'll fit in a one-room area? Oh, we gotta research it. Where are you at? Not in the weapons. Not the vehicle either. Why is that there? Not in there. Double blades. Look at that fanciness. Is it you? There you go. So it's in the construction, because, you know, that makes sense. 20. Oh, my gosh. And then I have to construct one. Where is it? Wow, there it was. Augmentations. Oh, look, we can make it in a little spot here. Okay, so we're going to just plop this sucker down right here. That takes quite a bit of supplies. Plastanium, silicone, complex, advanced machineries. It's not bad, though, but it's kind of crazy. Customize and enhance the power of your gear. Next. Only plastanium tier unique items can be augmented. Recycle unwanted. Okay. Close. So here you go. I can augment my still suit. I don't have any weapons or anything that's super fancy, so it is going to limit you a bit. So there you go. But I need to talk. I need to like deal with augmentations a little bit more before I feel comfortable talking about them. So now that I've got all this stuff set up, we'll start experimenting with it, seeing what we can figure out. But I'm gonna cut it here. I got to go do stuff with my friends. I do have a few of them. So we are going to actually go and run a couple of these dungeons and see if we can get some super awesome gear and equipment. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We'll see if we can put some videos together here describing some of this a little more better, or a little more better. Oh my God. Mrs. Rabbit will kill me if she hears that. A little better or a little more in-depth, but we'll have to see. But I'm going to spend the next couple days messing around with this thing. We'll find a place to make that live, because I don't like it right there, but it is what it is. And we'll see where we go. Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it. We're getting more and more subscribers every day, which is super awesome. Speaking of, like, subscribe, and share this would definitely help the channel. So I do appreciate everything. And I hope you learned something, or I hope I answered a few questions, or maybe we just had some fun. But I'm going to head off, go do some dungeons with my guildmates, and I'll let you know how it goes. So, calling it a night, and as always, I will see you out there. Take care.